A pleasant good evening to all here from the Pirates Den as West Windsor-Plainsboro High School South prepares to take on the Hightstown Rams. I'm Julian Morgan. Alongside me tonight is Eliana H as the guys in green look to continue their momentum after an inspiring, dominating win against North in the Den on Wednesday.
Absolutely, the Pirates have started their season with a shaky 4-game losing streak, but they won 2 games against Delran and Spotswood respectively during the Winter Holiday Classic, and they are now on their 3-game winning streak. Their last game was against their rivals at High School North, and it solidified their lucky streak this past Wednesday. The rival game proved it to be one of their best, with the most rebounds this season for them at 42, 20 made by senior forward Quintus Crossland, a major player for the Pirates. Playing against the Knights, Crossland was able to hit 333 lifetime points, a major accomplishment for the most skilled player on the team, this being his 3rd year on varsity. Because of his experience, he is one of the key players on the team this year, leading South in multiple areas such as 120 points, 98 rebounds, and 9 games. His best game this season was right before New Year's against Spotswood, scoring 25 points and making 5 blocks. You'll most likely be seeing a lot of him on the court today, joined by teammates such as Kokonav Ramasai. Ramasai was improved exponentially, and this is his 2nd year on varsity with some of his key strengths being his 2-pointers, rebounds, and he still offers more to the table. He was a major competitor in the rival game, scoring 21 of the 58 total points. This was critical to the game's win with impressive 2-pointers, 3-pointers, and a big part of the score being 3 throws, which were a key development of the game, with players Cameron Jones, Quintus Crossland joining him in scoring 10 of their total 12 attempted free throws, the highest ratio made by the Pirates yet. Yeah,
absolutely, Eliana. As you've said, we've seen South be able to get to the line quite a bit, and they might have a shot at doing the same here tonight against Hightstown. Let's take a look at the Rams. They have a 5-4 record. Good enough for 3rd in the Colonial Valley Conference, but arriving at South tonight on the tails of a 2-game losing streak. Losses to Cross Christian Academy and most recently their division rivals Princeton. Part of the problems that have led to those losses have been their fouls. Head coach Don DeLeo's boys have been most successful this year when they're aggressive. They press starting at the half-court line. They read passes and they convert them into fast break points, but they are very aggressive in the paint as well. The Rams already have 16 blocks this season, but their biggest losses have all come when they send their opponents to the line over 10 times a game. They're in the paint a lot. They play aggressive a lot. They like to get those hands up, but it results in a lot of fouls for them. However, all that being said, the Rams have put together a very successful season. When they win, they dominate. Every victory's been by double digits. Let's take a look at their star player, senior Yassine El-Hosseini, who right now is taking some shots at warm-up from the 3-point line. He leads the team in rebounds and assists. He's tied for the team lead in points. He's one of those guys who capitalizes on fast break opportunities, and that's where the majority of his offense comes from. He doesn't shoot the 3 much, but he has 2 new guys around him who complement him from beyond the arc. Those are sophomores Jason Whitlock and Ben Duverglass, who didn't get much playing time last year, but their 3-point specialties have added a huge dimension to the team this year. Eliana is sure to be a very, very intriguing game, and as the teams begin to huddle now, we're sure to see a good one.
For sure, there's a lot to look forward to so far for this game. It is going to be probably a very interesting game for the Pirates, especially after their winning streak and starting off so shaky in the season. Some major players include Crossland, who will be very important because of how well he's doing this year.
Yeah, absolutely. We are going to let the PA announcer take it in just a second as we get to the national anthem. But before we do that, let's take a look at some of the results from earlier today. Freshman and JV, the South boys, both lost to the Hightstown Rams. Hightstown beat South 65-50 in the freshman game. Then they beat them 60-51 in the JV game. South is carrying all the momentum with them tonight as we head into the main event, 7 p.m. Eliana. That means it's time for us to get underway. It's sure, like I said, to be a very good matchup. So, one other thing that the Rams have been doing quite well as we take a look at kind of some of their successes is they've been shooting the 3 well so far this season. However, that hasn't been the truth as of late. We talked about Duverglass, we talked about Whitlock, how they're able to shoot the 3. However, they've also been struggling a lot recently. Their last 2 losses, those last 2 games, they shot 23% and 8% from beyond the arc. Those numbers just won't get there. They've got to shoot better than that. South leaves the perimeter open quite a bit. You know, they're not super aggressive. They let their opponents take those 3s, and they hope to get the rebounds if they don't connect. However, Hightstown, if they want to win today, they're going to need to take advantage of those opportunities, connect on those 3 balls. That's how they're going to get the majority of the offense. That's how they've gotten the majority of their offense for most of the year. And it's time for our national anthem, so we're going to hand it over in just a second. All right, a beautiful rendition of the national anthem. And as the PA announcer is going to start announcing the South and Rams lineups, we're going to do the same thing. Eliana, let's take a look first at the Rams. So, tonight, we've got Nicholas Sarr, number 35. He's going to be playing shooting guard tonight with a mix of point guard as well. He plays well. We've also got number 24, Jason Whitlock, one of the guys we mentioned shooting the three a lot. Here comes the other one, number 1, Ben Duverglass. He's going to be very important throughout the game as well. Next up is Chase Deutsch. He's been playing very well as well. He's been part of this original starting five. He's going to continue doing the same thing today. Complimented, very last but not least, their star player, Yassine Elosini. And now we're going to take a move over to the Pirates. So, they've had a good time. We're going to see if they can continue it tonight. And we're going to be starting it off in just a moment.
Absolutely. First up, we have number 12, Josiah Curitin. He is a junior guard and has been playing very well, especially in his last game.
Loves to shoot that three. Also coming in tonight is Kokonath Ramasamy, I believe a junior guard, and he's sure to do well. Also, one of the younger guys on the team, Blake Amos Whitfield. He's only a sophomore, but he's already getting playing time on the varsity team, starting time. It's also Cameron Jones in there. He's also a bit of a smaller guy. And the starting lineup gets rounded out with number 3, Quentin Crossland. So the lineups are set for how we're going to start off this game tonight, Eliana. It's sure to be a very exciting one.
Absolutely. All the players obviously starting have been very strong, especially in their last few games. I think we have a lot to see, especially from our younger player, Blake Amos Whitfield. He's been doing really great. Every time he's played, he's had a lot of shots and has just been a really great guard for the team.
Yeah, and as the players take the final moments now to get prepared, get ready, get set for the tip-off, Eliana, I am very excited for this game. And like we said, a lot of these defining moments tonight are going to be from the three-pointer and those foul shots. So it's going to be Whitlock versus Crossland here for the opening tip. And as the game gets set to is set to get underway, you can hear the crowd going. Tip won by the Pirates. It's taken by Blake Amos Whitfield on the left side. Now over to Cameron Jones, dribbling around that perimeter. Over to Curitin. Curitin now gets it to Crossland. Crossland dribbling a couple times, passes it to his right. He's got Curitin. Curitin tries to dribble, tries to drive, loses the ball. Here comes Elosini for the Rams. He's going to go for the layup, and it's not going to be good, but the putback by Whitlock is. The Rams get on the board first through those fast breaks that we were talking about. 2-0 Hightstown, 7:30 left in the game. Now Amos Whitfield, trouble in the backcourt, but he's going to be able to recover the ball. Gets it over to Cameron Jones. Jones goes the entire way, lays it up and in. And just like that, we've got a 2-2 ball game. Both guys on the board, and Whitlock and Jones have their first points of the day. As Elosini now dribbling it up, looking for somewhere to go. He's at the top of the key. Passes it into the paint, but it's tipped and stolen by Crossland. Crossland taking it the other way. Going to try and drive the whole way. It gets tipped. He recovers it in the paint right side. Now kicks it out to Ramasamy. His shot, no good from 3. South able to get the rebound. It's Cameron Jones now looking for somewhere to go. Tries to drive. Can't find a lane. Now takes it back. Here's Curitin for 3. No good. And the rebound from Elosini. He takes it up. Now number 2, Chase Dutch coming in. Can't connect on the pass though. It's tipped and it's stolen by South. Cameron Jones alongside Quentin Crossland in that backcourt taking it up. Here comes Jones. Jones looking for someone, gets a pick from Crossland on his right side. Jones now into Crossland. Crossland in the paint looking for somewhere to go. Can't find it. Crossland though still has the ball. Guarded by Duverglass. And he's going to get called on a double dribble there. It seemed like he started there for a second against Duverglass. Good defense, and it's going to go the way of the Rams.
Absolutely. It's been really strong so far, and we are back.
Yeah, 6:19 left here in the first quarter, tied at 2 between the Pirates and Rams. Elosini looks to his right. He's got Dutch. Dutch now into Whitlock. Whitlock tries to drive. Now kicks it out to Elosini. Over to Dutch. Here comes Duverglass, right side. Now driving into the paint. Stops to set the layup. And kicks it out to Whitlock, who gets fouled on the way up.
Well, they were not quite able to find the space on that one.
Yeah, but it's going to stay with Hightstown. No shots, but they're going to be able to inbound. It's going to be Elosini from that back baseline. And he's looking around. And now Elosini can pass. Looking for someone. He's got Nicholas Barr, who we haven't heard much of today so far. Barr over to Duverglass. Now Dutch on the right side there beyond the perimeter, looking for somewhere. He give and go there between Duverglass and Dutch. Dutch is double teamed. And the ball is going to stay with the Rams as he got fouled there on that double team. So once again, we're going to see Elisini inbound that ball, look for somewhere to go. He seems to be looking to his right. Nope, he passes it to his left. There's Duverglass. Three-pointer is up. No good. Rebound. Crossland. Crossland takes it the other way, dribbling it up the whole way. He might drive himself. He does. He lays it up, and he lays it in. Good move, Quentin Crossland, as he goes full court. And it's 4-2 Pirates with 5:36 left to go. Deutsch now going to take it up for the Rams as he switches and leaves it for Elisini. He's going to drive, kicks it back out to Deutsch. Deutsch's three ball, short. Hits the front of the rim. Rebound, tussle, gets it back by Barr. Barr now over to Whitlock. Whitlock drives, lays it up and in. Good second chance points there for Hightstown as they convert, and now a fast break for South as they were going full court right away. Hightstown was not ready, and Ramasamy tried to get the layup up. It was no good, and it actually went out of bounds on him. So now it's going to be inbounded by the Rams. They're going to have to go to full court if they want to score here. 5:12 left in the game. 4-4 between the Rams and the Pirates. Elisini on the right side of the baseline, looking for somewhere to go. Drives in, now kicks it out to Deutsch. Three from the left corner, no good. Tip for the rebound. Duverglass gets it back, pulls up, short jumper, no good as well. And it's rebounded by Crossland. Crossland takes it up, gets it to Amos Whitfield. Amos Whitfield stops, takes a look, can't find someone. Now he does. It's Crossland. His layup is no good as well, though. It's going to go out of bounds, but it's going to go to the Rams. So, a while, Eliana, we've seen that mix-up, that matchup that we were talking about in the paint. The Rams are looking to block, and so far they're doing so successfully. No fouls called on them so far. As here comes Elisini taking it up, dribbling around the arc. Now he gets it to Duverglass. Duverglass, quick pass to Whitlock. Whitlock tried to drive. A whistle is called. He's going to be called for a travel there. So Hightstown, Eliana, seeming like they're making a lot of sloppy turnovers so far.
Absolutely. They're not doing as sharp as they might have been doing in other games, but it helps the Pirates to recover the ball a lot of times after their blocks.
Yeah, and as we were talking, it seemed like there was another whistle called. This time it's going to be once again on South. So Hightstown is now going to retrieve the ball on their own side. So they might have an opportunity here to take their second lead of the night, since the first points of the game. It's going to be Elisini once again who inbounds it, and he's going to get it to Whitlock right there in the paint as he goes up. It seemed like he got fouled, so he's going to get to go to the line for two. First foul shots of the day for either team here on, and it's going to go to Jason Whitlock, the center of Hightstown. So far, 4:36 left in the game as the clock stops. 4-4 between the Pirates and the Rams as Whitlock's first shot is good. 5-4 now. Hightstown takes the lead. And Eliana, we talked a lot about South getting into the line. The Hightstown has not been so good for free throw percentage this year as Whitlock misses the second one. It's now rebounded over there by Quentin Crossland. Crossland over to Curatone. Left side, three-pointer, in and out. But the rebound is recovered by South as Crossland tried to lay it up, couldn't do so. Elisini now on a fast break. Dribbles behind his back. Can't find anywhere to go now, gets stopped. Here's Duverglass, fakes a three on the left side. Now Whitlock, left corner, into Elisini in the paint, who's open, but he can't get the layup. And now it's taken the other way by South. It's going to be Cameron Jones taking it up. Is he going to drive all the way? He is. He lays it up. He lays it in.
Absolutely incredible shot by Cameron Jones.
Good move, Cameron Jones, taking it the whole way. We've actually kind of seen a reversal of what we were talking about so far as Elisini lays it up and it's no good. It's been a lot of those tough fast breaks for South as Ramasamy does one of his own. Good move by Coconut Ramaswamy. It's now an 8-5 lead for West Windsor-Plainsboro High School South. The Pirates doing very well so far. 3:42 left. Elisini over to Barr. Barr over to Deutsch on the right side. Deutsch back to Whitlock. Whitlock looking for somewhere to go. He ends up getting it back to Elisini, who's on that right corner. Elisini takes a couple dribbles to his left, passes it in to Duverglass. Now back to Elisini for the open three, and he connects. That's going to tie up the game. 3 minutes, 23 seconds left here in the corner as Cameron Jones now trying to take it up the Rams. Full court pressing. Jones's bounce pass to the left side over to Ramasamy is out of bounds. Hightstown's going to recover the ball in their own territory. And Eliana, this is a really good opportunity now for Hightstown to get in front.
Absolutely.
Ball taken now by Elisini, who got it inbounded to him by Duverglass. Elisini now. Whitlock. Whitlock's first three from the right side is good. And just like that, Hightstown regains the lead. It's 11-8 Hightstown as West Windsor calls a timeout. We're going to be right back here on 107.9 FM. You're listening to the home of all WWP sports, 107.9 FM, WWPH in Princeton Junction.
You know the signs. As a parent, you can't help but look at your child and dream about what the future holds. But while you're dreaming, consider this. The odds that your child will be diagnosed with autism are 1 in 110. Knowing the signs of autism and getting an early diagnosis can make a world of difference. To learn the signs, visit autismspeaks.org, brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council. And 107.9 FM, WWPH, Princeton Junction.
All right, thank you very much, Brett. We're back here on 107.9 FM. If you can't remember, or if you are just tuning in, it's currently 11-8. Hightstown has the lead. It's going to be inbounded, though, by South on their own baseline. Bounce pass over to Cameron Jones and back to Crossland. Crossland's going to be the one who takes it up now. Crossland's going to drive all the way. He's going to lay it up on the back shoulder. He lays it in. That's a nice move there from Quentin Crossland. And it makes it an 11-10 game. Hightstown still at the lead. 2 minutes, 50 seconds left. Chase Deutsch going to try and drive. Going to kick it out to Whitlock. Whitlock now to Elisini, who drives himself, tries to lay it up. Can't get the shot to go, but he's fouled all the way up, and he's going to get 2 shots at the line. Eliana, we started talking about this a little bit earlier, but the Rams aren't the best shooters from the free throw line. So we're going to have to see if that's a pattern that continues today, or if maybe the fact that they convert those free throws might help them get an edge on South today, as Elisini's first shot is good.
Absolutely. Compared to South, they have not had as much luck getting their free throws in as South has.
Yeah, as Elisini's second shot is up and good as well. So Hightstown now 3 for 4 from the line today. Cameron Jones going to take it up, facing a full court press. He makes a move on Elisini, gets himself into their own territory, and now it's Ramasamy dribbling around the perimeter. Over to Caratone, who takes the 3. It's off, and it's rebounded by Whitlock. Whitlock on a fast break. No, it's stolen by Ramasamy, and he lays it up. Coconut Ramaswamy doing a very good job staying with it. So we've seen 2 teams with full court presses now. That could play a big factor later on in the game. Elisini over to Barr. Barr top of the key. Dribbles in, makes a couple moves. Right side layup is no good. Tries to get his own rebound. It's out to Whitlock on the right side of the perimeter. Now Whitlock looking for somewhere. Goes to Barr. Now Elisini, left side perimeter. Elisini drives. Tries to lay it up. And succeeds. Good move by Yassine Elisini. 15-12 now is the score in favor of Hightstown here in the first quarter. 1:50 remaining. A long outlet pass. Caratone, wide open 3, right side, no good. And the rebound, though, by Caratone himself. Over to Crossland. Crossland, bounce pass in to Ramasamy. And that's another layup for Coconut Ramaswamy. He's got 2 in a row, and it's a 1-point game here. 1:36 here left to go in the first. Whitlock thought about taking a 3 from the right corner. Can't do so. Gets fouled on the way up and converts the shot. We're waiting to see if the shot is good or not. And seems like the ball's actually going to go back to South. So there must have been a travel or something there that we didn't get to see on that last drive. But now it's going to be inbounded by Quentin Crossland. As we get a substitution in for the first time today, Eliana, we see number 5, Roshan Senthil for the Pirates. Senthil now on the left side, but who has the ball? It's Cameron Jones. Jones on the right side of the perimeter, gets it to Crossland. Crossland top of the key, makes a couple of steps, tries to drive, can't do so. Ramasamy, wide open 3 from the right side, beyond the arc is no good. It's rebounded now and taken up by Jace Fayas. Fayas now trying to drive a little bit more, gets stopped though, can't find anywhere to go, looking for somewhere to go. Currently can't do so. But it's a drive now by Aiden Schlendlinger, who we're seeing for the first time. Just goes straight through the paint, smooth like butter, and connects. So it's 17-14 now for Hightstown as there's another whistle on the inbound from South. And it's going to be a foul on Hightstown. So another inbound now for Quentin Crossland. 17-14. West Windsor-Plainsboro High School South trailing the Hightstown Rams. Crossland looks for a bounce pass, can't find one. Clock pounding down. Over to Ramasamy is the outlet pass. Ramasamy trying to make a break. He's going up, and there's going to be a foul there as we got closer to the other side. He was trying to make a bounce pass over to Roshan Senthil. Couldn't see what the foul was, but it looks like it's just going to be another inbound for South. So nothing on the way up. And we're going to now see. It looks like it's Cameron Jones taking the inbound. He is. He gets it over to Senthil on the right side, and another whistle. Ball's once again going to stay with South. 46 seconds, give or take, now left in the period. 17-14. Hightstown leads. Jones now a long pass to Crossland, who's on the right side of the perimeter, dribbling a couple times. No move yet. Now passes it over back to Jones. Jones on the left side of that perimeter. Gets it back to Crossland. They basically just exchange places. Crossland fakes a shot, tries to drive, can't do so. So now it's Jones with the ball. He drives on the left side, found a lane, couldn't convert on the shot. It was rebounded, though, by Crossland, and another whistle. And this time, once again, the ball is going to stay with the Pirates. So the Pirates, Eliana, they're doing a good job of drawing those fouls. They're just not going up on the way up, which is why they haven't gotten those trips to the line yet.
Absolutely. They've had a couple of solid fast breaks, and Crossland Ramaswamy have had a couple of good shots and layups.
Yeah, speaking of Ramaswamy, he has the ball right now as it was just inbounded. Dribbles to his left, and as he tried to make a bounce pass over to Senthil, the ball went off of the foot of a Rams player that looks like it went off of Devin Decker on Hightstown, who we haven't heard yet. So the ball once again going to be inbounded by South. A lot of great possession time here. Cameron Jones on the left side of the perimeter over to Amos Whitfield. Thought about taking a three. Now is going to try and drive. Does so. Difficult shot is no good. Rebound though by Quentin Crossland. Crossland still has the ball. Tries to make a bounce pass. There's a scrum for the ball. 7 seconds left. And now it's going to be Ramaswamy with the shot from beyond the arc, and it's good. With only 1 second left and a foul, the game is tied at West Windsor-Plainsboro High School South, who had a really hard time on that last offensive possession, now has an opportunity to take the lead going into the second quarter. So, here's Ramaswamy. This is the first West Windsor-Plainsboro High School South free throw of the night. We talked about how successful the Pirates are when they get to the line. We can see if this is another example of it right now as we count down to towards the end of the period. Ramaswamy shot, however, no good. Senthil with the rebound. He won't have time to get a shot off, and that's going to conclude our first quarter. A very tight one. A lot of good play. 17-17. We're going to take a break for the quarter. We're going to be right back on 107.9 FM, WWPH, Princeton Junction. Monsters could be living under your child's bed or in the bathtub. For a child with asthma, it could seem like monsters are everywhere, because something as innocent as a teddy bear could trigger their next asthma attack. But there are simple ways you could help, like putting stuffed animals in the freezer to kill dust mites and drying bath toys to prevent mold. Learn more at noattacks.org or call 1-866-NO-ATTACKS, because their next breath is in your hands. Brought to you by the EPA, the Ad Council, and 107.9 FM WWPH in Princeton Junction. Eliana, tell me a little bit about what you saw from that first quarter there.
That was a pretty impressive first quarter. Both teams did very well with some major players showing up just like we thought they would. Quintus Crossland had a lot of great shots and layups this quarter. And as we stated before in the pregame, he is going to be a very important varsity player for this team.
Yeah. And we're back underway. Elisini dribbling it up. He's going to kick it to his right side where there is Chase Deutsch looking for somewhere to go. Ends up giving it back to Whitlock, top of the key. Whitlock now over to Elisini. Elisini is going to now pass back over to Whitlock, this time on the right side of the perimeter. Deutsch, left side, open three. No good. Off the mark. Whitlock with the rebound and a nice putback to give Hightstown the lead. Good first possession from them. It's taken up by Amos Whitfield. He's got Ramaswamy on the left side of that perimeter. Bounce pass now back into Amos Whitfield, looking for somewhere. Gives it back to Ramaswamy. Now Cameron Jones, top of the key. Jones now back over to the right side. It looks like it's going to be Ben Ashworth for the first time in today's game. Ben Ashworth into Crossland. Crossland tries to make the layup, can't do so. Now back over to Jones. Open three from beyond the arc on that left side is no good. Tussle for the ball, and it is thrown by Crossland as he was jumping out of bounds. Bounces off of a Rams player, and the ball's gonna stay in possession of Hightstown. So, of West Windsor-Plainsboro High School South as the Pirates. So Ashworth now inbounding it over to Crossland. Crossland, wide open three is no good. Rebound, fight for it, and the ball almost went out of bounds. It did go out of bounds, and it's gonna go over to the Rams now as there was a fight. It looked like a 2-on-1 kind of tussle there, but Hightstown now bringing it up. Yassine Elisini taking the ball up, angling a little bit towards the left side of the perimeter, now switches to the right side. Duverglass fakes a shot, now takes it from that left side. It was a three-pointer, it was no good, but it's rebounded once again by Hightstown. Elisini tries to drive, can't do so, so he's going to kick it back now, kicks it back to Deutsch. Deutsch making a move to his right, can't do so. Elisini once again with the ball, this time on the right side. Here comes Whitlock. Whitlock, the three, no good, and a rebound from South. So, it's going to be Quentin Crossland now who takes it up. He's battling a 2-on-1 as the Rams are full court pressing. Gives it over to Jones. Jones to the corner. Now back, and it's going to be stolen by Hightstown once again. Here come the Rams. It's Elisini. He's going to drive. He's going to lay it up. He's not going to convert, though, and it's taken back the other way by Cameron Jones. Jones now loses possession of the ball. It's going to be out of bounds. Hightstown is going to keep it. 19-17 Rams lead. 6 minutes, 14 seconds left here in this second quarter. Super eventful first 2 minutes of the quarter. A lot of back and forth action, but a little bit of sloppy play as well. We've only seen 2 points. Now Elisini takes it up on the right side of the perimeter. Elisini makes a couple moves, tries to dribble. Now he's at the top of the key, gives it to Duverglass. Duverglass going to try and drive. He does, finds a right lane, but he's going to be fouled before he can get there. He's going to go to the line for 2 shots. So, once again, we're seeing Hightstown actually being the one who draws those fouls, and South being the ones who are fouling. We did see that one shot from Hightstown, and it ends up they're going to reverse the call. It's not going to be free throw shots. Instead, it's going to be a pass from the baseline. Elisini looking to inbound. He does so to Deutsch. Now, right side of the perimeter, trying to drive, does so, lays it up, lays it in. Good move, Chase Deutsch. And it's going to be 21-17, 5:56 now left here in the second quarter. Hightstown with the lead. Quentin Crossland takes it up, tries to drive the whole way. The layup, though, won't even touch the rim. Taken now by Hightstown. It's Whitlock who, as he's dribbling, there's a whistle blown. Looks like it's going to be another foul on South. Eliana F's been fouling a lot as the Rams are going to get an inbound.
Absolutely. This sort of aggressive play wasn't necessarily expected from South today, especially with how aggressive the Rams have been this season for them.
Nicholas Bars being subbed back in, Whitlock being taken out. So Whitlock, after that last possession, is going to get himself a break. He's been on the floor the entire time so far. Duverglass is going to be the one who inbounds it. He's going to do so to Elisini from behind the half-court line. Now Elisini driving, going up for the layup, and being fouled as he's going up. He's going to go to the line for 2. Good opportunity here for Hightstown to extend their lead. 21-17 currently, 5:39 left in the second quarter. If you missed it so far here on 107.9 FM, WWPH Princeton Junction, it was a very close first quarter. Game actually ended in a tie. Since then, Hightstown's been on a 4-0 run in the first 2.5 minutes or so of this ball game. Elisini's first shot up and in. So now it's 22-17, 5-point game. This looks like the starters for both teams currently on the floor right now, except for number 0 on the Hightstown Rams, Mamone. So he's going to be a new guy who's going to be a watch for as well. And it's going to actually be Ben Ashworth on the Pirates as well who are in. So all four starters and 1 player from the bench seems to be their 6th man. And that's currently what the layout looks like. The ball was inbounded, and they actually threw it past the half-court line. The ball ended up going out of bounds, still waiting on a call. It looks like it's going to be South. It is. Quentin Crossland is going to be the one who's going to inbound it when he has that opportunity. At the moment, 5.5 minutes left, exactly on the dot here in this game. Crossland bounce pass over to Josiah Curatone, who gets across the half-court line, now kicks it to Amos Whitfield on the left side. Back to Curatone. Corner 3 from the left side is no good. Rebound is going to go to Hightstown. It's Whitlock who's already back in the game, gets it over to Mamone. Mamone looking for somewhere to go. Top of the key, makes 1 move left, makes another move right. Now into Deutsch. Deutsch kicks it. Whitlock, corner, left 3, no good. Rebound, Curatone takes it the other way. He's got Duverglass chasing him. He ends up slowing the pace. It's tipped by Mamone in their own territory. He lays it up, he lays it in. It's 25-17 now. Hightstown has the lead. West Windsor-Plainsboro High School South yet to score here in the second period. Curatone was dribbling it up across the line, and it looked like there was a foul on Hightstown. So it's going to be inbounded once again for South as they look to make their first points of this second period. So, Crossland now nodding his head back to Curatone, who goes past the half-court line. He's going to take it up himself, which he does. Curatone now dribbling to his left, kicks it to Amos Whitfield. Amos Whitfield over to Crossland at the top of the key. Crossland to his right. He's got Cameron Jones. Jones makes a spin move, tries and goes up with the layup and converts on it. So, there are South's first points of this second period, of the second quarter. It comes from Cameron Jones. Really quickly though, Hightstown tries to rebound. They can't do so, and it's taken the other way on a fast break. The bounce pass from Crossland over to Ashworth is no good. Amos Whitfield ends up with the ball. He's going to take a 3 from that right side, and it's no good. The ball is going to go out of bounds, and it looks like the ball is going to stay. Yeah, it's going to go to Hightstown. It's going to stay with South, actually, so far. And yeah, it's going to be Cameron Jones with the inbound this time around. 4:15 left in the second quarter, apologies. And it's Crossland and Jones playing a little bit of a 2-man game. Crossland dribbles to his right, can't find anybody. Still there on that right side. Perimeter now is trying to drive, now kicks it out to Amos Whitfield on the left, kind of the left side of the perimeter. Kicks it out now to Jones, who's on the right side of the arc. Curatone towards the top of the key, dribbles to his right a couple times, then passes it back to Jones on that right side. Jones tried to pass it into Crossland, who was waiting on a post move, couldn't end up converting there. So There's going to be a foul now on 24, Jason Whitlock, as the ref signaled the 2-4, and it's going to stay with South once again as they're going to inbound it in their own offensive zone. So it looks like it's going to be Cameron Jones who's getting ready to inbound it. He inbounds it to, still looking, Ashworth, right side. Across the perimeter, Ashworth faked a couple times to his right, goes to his left, tries to lay it up, can't do so. Rebound is also missed by Quentin Crossland, but he is fouled. He's going to go up to the line for 2. 25-19, Hightstown winning, 3 minutes, 44 seconds left in the half, as we're going to see South's second and third shots from the line today, Eliana.
Absolutely. After scoring their first 2 points, they're up on the line again.
And Crossland's first shot is good, makes it a 5-point game. Once again, 3:44 left to go. If you're just joining us, it was a 17-17 game between South and the Hightstown Rams in the first quarter. Now it's 25-20. South trying to claw their way back after they went scoreless for the first 4 minutes, and Crossland helps that case by making his second free throw. 25-21, timeout called here. We're gonna stay here. Looks like they're all gathering. Once again, South had a bit of trouble in those first couple of minutes in the second quarter, trying to find those shots that gave them the points. But now, with 3 minutes 44 seconds left, they've started to kind of get back into it, and they look a lot better in the second part of the second period.
Absolutely. Cameron Jones has been very important in the recent parts of the game, and it is also his leading factor is his 59 assists this year. With 33 rebounds. It's very impressive, as this is only his second year on varsity, and he's showing improvements even just within the games of this season.
Yeah, and he's adding back onto it today. For decades, 107.9 FM, WWPH in Princeton Junction has been your source for local information and student voices in West Windsor-Plainsboro. This year, the tradition continues on your community radio station, 107.9 FM, WWPH, Princeton Junction. So it's going to be inbounded by the Rams. They're going to have to go to full court. Deutsch is going to look to pass it to Elisini, and that's how they're going to kick off this post-timeout. Last 3 minutes, 45 seconds here. Elisini dribbling it up, looking to kind of slow down the pace a little bit, angling towards the left side. Deutsch is also there on the left side, so they do a quick little give and go that doesn't exactly work. Elisini kept it, dribbled around the perimeter, tried to kick it out to Duverglass. Duverglass now over to Deutsch, top of the key. Deutsch's pass to Elisini is tipped, and now it's taken by Cameron Jones. Amos Whitfield now on the left side of the perimeter, had an open shot, didn't take it. Gives it now to Cameron Jones. Cameron Jones now towards the top of the key, angling back towards the logo. Still can't find anywhere to go. Tries to make a couple moves. Kicks it to Amos Whitfield, whose three-pointer is blocked on the left side. Recovered by Duverglass. He's got a wide-open Elisini in the paint, and he fakes a shot. Second one is good. Lays it in. Another made shot for Yassine Elisini. 3 minutes left here in the half. 27-21. Hightstown leads, as Jones takes it up again on the left side, passes it all the way over to the right side where Curaton is waiting. Curaton now over to Amos Whitfield. Now it's Jones, 3-ball. Left side, no good. Tussle for the rebound. Curaton has it. He's thought about taking the 3 from the top of the key. Ends up kicking it to Jones on the left side. He tries to drive. His layup is no good. Elisini taking it the other way, but it's tipped, and it's recovered by Crossland. Crossland might try and take this himself. He does. He's fouled on the way up. Shot is no good, but he's going to go to the line for 2. 2 minutes, 32 seconds here left in the half. 27-21. Hightstown is leading South. So Crossland, who already is 2 for 2 on his free throws today, has an opportunity to go 4 for 4, get the team back to just a 4-point deficit with still 2.5 minutes remaining before the half. So a real opportunity here for South. They're playing much better defense. Everything, Eliana, seems to be going their way as Crossland makes the first shot.
Absolutely. This pattern has been shown throughout, especially the last 3 games, getting up to the line for some three-pointers, for some free throws, and the second one gets in.
Yeah, Crossland now 4 for 4 on free throws today. And Elisini's going to take it up again, 27-23. 2:27 left in the half. Elisini faked a pass to his right. Instead went to his left where Chase Deutsch is waiting. Now back to Elisini on the right side of the perimeter, dribbling a couple times. Back over to the left to Deutsch. Deutsch towards the logo, gives it to Whitlock in the paint. Whitlock tried to get the pass into Duverglass, who was cutting, but it ended up being bobbled and now taken back up the other way by Cameron Jones. Jones trying to save a little bit of energy, taking a little bit of time, ends up going to his right side. He's going to drive the entire way, lays it up, and it rattled out of the net. Rebound Whitlock. Whitlock, though, can't recover. Maybe he can. Elisini tries to recover it, can't do so. Curaton, spot up 3 is no good. Rebound now by Chase Deutsch. Chase Deutsch and Cameron Jones fighting for the ball. Deutsch makes a move, and now he's going to take it up the entire court. Is he going to drive? He is. The layup on his end is no good, but there's a rebound by Elisini. Now a tussle for it between Elisini and Caratone. It ends up going out to Barr, and Barr's pass over to Whitlock is tipped, and now Cameron Jones has it. Minute 30 left in this half. Kicks out to Amos Whitfield on the left side. Spot up jumper from the elbow is good on the left side. And it's a 2-point game here with just a minute 23 to go in the half. Elisini dribbles it up. 27-25 Rams. As once again, Eliana, we see a late surge from South. So it seems like the Pirates taking a little bit of time in each quarter to get ready before they go for it. Barr shot from the free throw line is no good. And it's going to be rebounded now by Crossland. Crossland and Jones playing that little backcourt game that they like to have. Is taking it up himself, gives it back to Crossland on that left side. Crossland now looking for somewhere. He's on the left side of the perimeter. Roshan Senhill sets a screen for him, tries to do it again. Oh my gosh, Crossland had a lot of space, decided not to take the shot. Instead he drives, fakes the shot, now lays it up and lays it in, and just like that, it's a tie game with 45 seconds left. Here comes Elisini, who tries to make a move quickly himself. It's bobbled again, and now it's Amos Whitfield with the ball. Gives it to Senhill. Senhill's going to try his own layup. It's no good, but it's rebounded by Amos Whitfield, who slips and kicks back to Cameron Jones, who's at right around the logo. Elisini right on him. Jones, though, is going to take it the entire way, lays it up and in after he found space on that left lane, and just like that, the Pirates have the lead. 20 seconds left in the half. Could be time for one, maybe two more possessions. Deutsch has it on the left side of the perimeter. Over to Duverglass. Three-pointer from the left corner is no good. Rebounded now by Jones. Jones and Crossworth trying to play their two-man game. It won't work. Elisini has it. He's going to take a three-point as the time expires. It's no good. That will end the half. 29-27, South leads. They were down, Eliana. They were down by 7 4 minutes into that quarter, and out of nowhere they came back, and now they have the lead.
Exactly. A really strong play. Like you said, we see that a lot with the Pirates. They are getting some great breaks about halfway through each of their quarters. They're really locking in and getting those points.
Yeah, something I was very interested to see is I talked a lot about how Hightstown, the Rams, like to read those passes. They like to intercept those passes and go on the fast break. We've actually seen a lot more of that come from the from the Pirates' side of things so far today. So we've definitely been interesting to see that kind of change between what we expected to see and what we've actually seen so far. But if South can continue to do that, then they're going to look good. Sometimes, though, Hightstown has trouble in that first half. We're going to see what head coach Don DeLeo's adjustments are like, and that's going to play a big factor as we go into the second half.
Absolutely. I think there's a lot of different things that are different about this game than they were for past games for both teams, with Pirates being a lot more intense than they have been in some of their past games, and ending with over 50 of the points by halftime.
Coming up next, we've got Daniyal Farrakey and John Bridgeford on the halftime show. We'll see you in just a second. You're listening to the home of all West Windsor-Plainsboro sports, 107.9 FM, WWPH in Princeton Junction.
This weekend, unplug. Getting closer to nature can get you closer with family. To find the forest near you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council, and 107.9 FM, WWPH in Princeton Junction.
And that begins halftime. And the main story so far has just been South's defense. It's really been able to just get the stops that they need. However, going on offense, and honestly, it's very good to see. However, though, I do think that South definitely could be connecting more on these three-pointers, as they have not made a ton so far. But what do you think, Daniyal?
I think we're seeing a lot of back-and-forth gameplay here with South, especially with number 4 on Hightstown's team. He just kept coming back for the layups. Every time you saw South score, you saw like a little bit of angry in his eyes. And that's like the drive you get in this game. I feel like you really got to push hard. He definitely came back. He got a lot of layups. I got to say, Hightstown's coordination, their team defense has been off the charts today. They were leading in score for the longest time. Right now, the score is currently sitting at 29 home for South and 27 for Hightstown. Now, South has been also doing some really good passing, and their steals are also really good.
Yes, defense has definitely been, like, so far, like, the story of the game, with both teams getting just a ton of stops, however, not being able to connect for all of them.
I'll definitely say South has been taking some more risky shots Number 3 on our team has definitely been stealing a lot, definitely been passing around, definitely helping leading the team. And at the end of quarter 1, I'm sure you caught it. With 1.1 seconds left on the clock, on the buzzer, one of South's players took a 3-pointer shot and made it on the buzzer.
Yes.
Crowd went wild for that one. So,
Another thing, we have not seen a lot from number 12, Kirsten, so far from South, as he's attempted 4 threes, but none of them have so far connected, with only 2 of them being in his preferred zone, being the left of the key and the right of the corner.
Absolutely. So the other team's defense has really been pushing that. Usually what our players are usually comfortable with at South for making the 3-pointers, they're not making it right now. They've missed in the past couple, and you can tell the tensions are definitely rising within the team. They're definitely trying to, continuously come back and make the shots. Right? It's a struggle they're having, but they are pulling through. They did end off with a higher score at halftime. So I'm anticipated to see how it goes. It's been a really exhilarating game. Like I said, back and forth. Crowd goes up and down, up and down.
For sure. And if I'm South here, I just continue what we've been doing. We've been playing good defense, and we haven't been able to capitalize on all of our possessions. But from what we're doing, we've held them for a while, with their scoring being at 27 for definitely a while, and us being able to take the lead at half.
Definitely. I want to point out one of the players, senior Ben Jacqueline. He was the team's leader as a guard. We saw him play just now with the ball. Usually on the right side of the court, he was stealing and he was trying to pass to his teammates. Now he led the team with the most 2-pointers, 3-pointers, free throws, assists, and steals. We saw some good performance from him tonight. There's still more to come. Yeah,
for sure. And honestly, though, the team is just, especially one person I would like to point out is number 3 on South, Crosland.
Yes.
He has been playing very good defense and being able to get the ball back to his teammates and just keep the ball in play, basically.
I see what you mean. Every time Hightstown came up to our South's court, South's hoop, for a layup, for a 3-pointer, for a 2-pointer, he was always up there knocking the ball out, trying to get in between them, keep them from passing, pass to their team, pass to our teammates. And he has been doing really well. He has been pulling through. The most energy we've been seeing exerted on the court today.
Yeah, they've also done a very good job of limiting Hightstown's very strong defense, as they are very known for their play style of just hard defense and just being able to capitalize on mistakes from the opponents. And we've seen a very good job from South to try to prevent this and play around this.
Right. Something big for South is that the free throws are being made / attempted. With the games they end up winning, they have significantly more free throws than any other lost games. So the free throws are definitely their play here. We've seen some of the Hightstown players coming back on the field, taking their practice shots.
Yeah. I've definitely, I've expected more from the Hightstown, from South when it comes to getting these free throws, as they've only been able to get a couple so far.
Right, so we still have more to come. South is, like I just said, infamously known for that. And, they're playing, I'm not going to say it was sloppy, but what they usually make is not usually there today. However, they are pulling through. We saw some really good ones, like I said. Usually some layups, but we did have a 3-pointer, a couple 3-pointers around the end of quarter 1, like I said. In quarter 2, there were not that many 3-pointers, just a lot of 2-pointers and layups at the side. And we did see a little bit of foul shots they had to make. And I think number 3 on the team as well, for South, that did gain 2 points for the team, taking both foul balls.
Yeah, as we're saying, the South is coming back on the court to shoot their practice shots. But yeah, I definitely think it's going to be an interesting second half, as both teams have been playing a little sloppy at times, but have definitely been playing very well, I think, to this point, as it's still a very close game heading back into the third quarter.
Right. The score being, again, 29-27, 3 minutes left at the halftime. All these teams coming out, getting their shots in, getting their energy out, getting their focus back. I think we definitely still have more to see. I think it's only going to get more intense from here, right? After they just got a taste of it with these first 2 quarters, they got a little angry. I can notice both teams. The tensions, like I said, between them are increasing. And they're definitely going to play harder now.
Another thing to remember is that this is a lot of conference implications. In the CVC, currently, South is second. However, right behind them is Hightstown, who does have a better record than them. However, has a worse divisional record. So, if Hightstown takes the win, that could possibly matter in the end when it comes to seeding.
So we can say these teams are kind of like rivals, neck and neck here.
Yeah,
they're fighting. They're fighting for their position up there on the ranks.
For sure.
So this game, it kind of means all, and that's what we're seeing reflected in this score, right? They're coming neck and neck, back and forth. some numbers go up for the other team, the others go down, vice versa.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. And unfortunately, that's all that we have here from the halftime crew. I'm John.
This is Daniyal, and you're listening to the home of all WWP sports, 107.9 FM, WWPH in Princeton Junction.
Okay. Let's move. That's what First Lady Michelle Obama is trying to do. In her effort to solve the problem of childhood obesity in generation, she's suggesting that we all get up and get active. Let's move Monday, touch your toes Tuesday, water Wednesday, 3 veggies Thursday, freeze tag Friday, samba Saturday, skip the sweet Sunday, just 60 minutes of physical activity and eating well every day can help you get your child healthy. Visit letsmove.gov today to get ideas, get involved, and get going. This was a message from 107.9 FM WWPH in Princeton Junction.
A minute and 8 seconds left before we're able to resume here. 29-27, West Windsor-Plainsboro High School South, your Pirates on WWPH Radio currently have a 29-27 lead. Eliana, once again, what are we looking for as that second half kicks off?
Again, looking for a lot of the 2 and 3 pointers that they've been getting to get to, and a lot of free throws.
Yeah, they have been, and something we saw a lot of in that first half, we talked about it, is those fast break opportunities. If they're going to be able to continue to get those, that's going to bode very well for them. We're going to see what adjustments head coach Chris Guiro made. I saw a couple of spacing issues. They really relied on those fast breaks. They didn't rely a lot on their set offensive plays. That's going to have to change. Another thing that's going to have to change on head coach Don DeLeo's side of the Rams is because he's going to have to get his boys to get those rebounds back, because that's part of what makes those Rams such a great team. Eliana, as the guys head back on the floor.
Absolutely. South's been really aggressive, even more so than the Rams so far this game. So it's been a bit of a change of speed for both teams.
And here we go. Crossland is going to be the one to inbound it for the Pirates. He gets it over to Josiah Caratoni, takes it up across the logo. Over to Cameron Jones in the right side corner. Jones makes a couple moves, dribbles in, tries to pass it to Ramasamy, who was waiting on the other side of the paint. It's stolen by Deutsch. Deutsch is going to try and take it himself. The layup is up. The layup is no good. It's rebounded now by Clinton Crossland. Crossland over to Ramasamy. Takes a two-pointer from the left side. Is no good as well. Chase Deutsch once again makes another rebound, and he dribbles it up for the Rams. Deutsch fakes to his right, goes to his left now, passes it out to Whitlock. Whitlock to Barr. Barr back to Whitlock on that left side of the perimeter. Tipped for a second by Crossland. Whitlock able to recover. Now passes into Duverglass, who tries to make a move through the paint. Almost loses the ball and does lose the ball. It's now Crossland who has it for the Pirates. Crossland long pass to Amos Whitfield on the other side. Amos Whitfield to Caratone now for three from the top of the keys. No good. And another rebound by Chase Deutsch. Eliana, that's three for him already in this first half. Now pass from Elosini to Whitlock, who misses the layup, and it's still 29-27. South has the lead over Hightstown with 6 minutes, 54 seconds left to go. Cameron Jones taking it up across the logo, does so kind of calmly. Now makes a move to his left, gives it to Caratone. Caratone trying to dribble the other way, loses the ball. It's going to go past the half-court line, and it's going to be called a backcourt violation on the Pirates. So a couple of sloppy passes there from the Pirates. It's going to give the Rams the ball on their own side with an opportunity now to even up the game, Eliana, or possibly even take the lead, because like we said, they do have that three-point ability. Haven't seen a lot of it from them so far.
Absolutely.
Elosini is going to be the one who takes the inbound. He gives it over to Whitlock. Whitlock on the left side in the corner. Now over to Deutsch. Deutsch having a lot more of that possession time so far in that second quarter, partly because of his rebounds. Nicholas Barr takes a three from the right corner, and that's going to be no good. Rebounded by South. Here comes Cameron Jones. Jones dribbling it up. Jones now over to Crossland. Crossland is going to almost thought about spotting up for a three. Fades me out for sure. Here comes Amos Whitfield as he dribbles around the perimeter. Amos Whitfield's got to pass it. He does. He gets it over to Crossland. Crossland dribbling up to the perimeter now. Crossland's going to drive in. Crossland makes a spin move, loses the ball, gets called on a travel. Ball's going to go the way of the Rams. It's going to be Whitlock to inbound it. 29-27 still. The Pirates lead so far. 2 minutes into this second half, there has not been a basket scored yet. Elosini, left side of the arc. Bounce pass into Whitlock. Whitlock lays it up. Good move there from Elosini. That's that passing power, Eliana, that we've seen so far this season from Yassine Elosini. The reason why he led the league or the team in assists last year. Here comes Cameron Jones. Dribbles up. Can't get anything to go. So here comes Crossland. Crossland loses the ball on his foot. It's out of bounds. It's going to go back the way of the Rams. Absolutely.
South seems a little bit calmer so far, even with the shot just being made.
Yeah, here comes Elisini, dribbles it up on the left side as he passes through the logo. Elisini now dribbling a couple times to his right. He's got Nicholas Barr on that right side. Barr back over to Duverglass, who is at the top of the key, got it over to Deutsch. Now Whitlock from the top of the key shoots, can't convert the three. Rebound again by Deutsch. He tries to lay it up, can't convert, but he does get fouled. And an opportunity now for Hightstown to take their first lead of this second half, 29-29, 5 minutes, 26 seconds left here in this third quarter, Eliana.
Yes, there's a lot to be looking forward to, especially as they are up on the line. They were known earlier for some of their free throws, and now we have number 2 taking them right now.
Yeah, Chase Deutsch gotten all those rebounds so far for Hightstown during this game, and he converts his first free throw. So those are the free throw opportunities that we've seen for South, once again being converted on Hightstown's end. They normally have struggles, but tonight they're 4 from 5 from the line. Second shot is up and good. So now 5 from 6 from the line. And it's 31-29 as the Rams retake the lead. 5 minutes, 23 seconds left. Here comes Cameron Jones. Jones is going to make a full court sprint. Now dishes it out to Amos Whitfield on that left side of the perimeter. Back to Jones for 3, and he's got it. Good shot, Cameron Jones, and the Pirates retake the lead, 32-31. Just over 5 minutes left. And the crowd is feeling it here in the second half. Elisini over to Barr. Barr now over to Duverglass at the top of the key. His bounce pass in to Deutsch trying to make the cut. Cannot be converted. It goes out of bounds, and South is going to retake possession. Eliana, an opportunity here for them to really extend their lead. As a long pass from Crossland to Ramasamy, who gives it right back to Crossland, tries to make a layup, can't do so. His putback chance, got the rebound himself, laid it in himself. Good shot, Quentin Crossland, 34-31 now. Pass over to the right side corner. Here comes Whitlock, who almost dunked it as he makes the layup, 34-33 now, as Hightstown tried and succeeded to answer quickly. Here comes Cameron Jones. Jones over to Amos Whitfield on the left side of the perimeter. Amos Whitfield tried to make a move but lost the ball. Recovered by Whitlock. Whitlock now over to Deutsch. Deutsch on his left side. Deutsch now making a move all the way around the perimeter. Gives it back to Elisini, who gives it over to Duverglass. His shot from the corner on the left side is no good. Elisini's shot from the top of the key, though, banks in on a three-pointer, 36-34, as the Rams retake the lead. A really good game here. Here comes Cameron Jones again. He kicks it out to Ramasamy. Ramasamy, who was on the three-point line, can't convert the layup as he tried to drive, but a rebound by Quentin Crossland. He gets fouled on the way up. Eliana, those are those fouls we're talking about, as now Quentin Crossland has a chance to tie up this game.
Absolutely. We expect to see a lot from Quentin Crossland right now, especially because he is one of the strongest players in the South team. He has had a lot of good three throws this season, along with Ramasamy and some of his other teammates. But he has had a lot of very solid ones, not just this season, but in his last 2 seasons on varsity is one of his strong suits.
Yeah, and there's that tandem, that backcourt tandem, the 2 guards, Quentin Crossland and Cameron Jones, as Crossland's first shot is short. So still 36-34 in favor of the Rams. So we're seeing how, like I said, a complete switch, Eliana. The fact that South is now missing free throws and Hightstown's converting doesn't bode very well for the Pirates, but Crossland has an opportunity to make it a 1-point game here, which he does as he converts the second free throw. And now Elisini's going to take it up for the Rams, who have a 36-35 lead, just under 4 minutes left here in this third quarter. Elisini looking for somewhere to go, still dribbling at the top of the key, gives it out to Duverglass on the left side. Duverglass takes a couple dribbles, has to stop. Deutsch, now Elisini, right side corner, in to Duverglass, who tried to lay it up and got fouled. So now we're seeing a couple battles here of free throws, Eliana, as they continue to go back and forth. Hightstown so far, 5 for 6 from the line today. We're going to see if they can convert and possibly extend their lead here in this third quarter.
Yes, it is a little bit scary because South has gotten a little bit sloppy in their second halves recently.
Yeah, and with that being said, Duverglass just made his first free throw, 37-35 now. Has an opportunity to make it a 3-point game, which could be helpful for the Rams, and one that's been very back and forth recently. And even with the distractions, he does convert. So Hightstown now 7 for 8 from the line. Here comes Cameron Jones at the top of the key. Makes a move on Elisini. Drives up. No good. Layup is short. He gets his own rebound. Layup short again. Still tipped for the rebound. Still fights for the rebound. This time Elisini comes down with it, and he's going to dribble up. Elisini might drive himself. He does. He goes up, and he's going to be called for a charge. The ball's going to go back South way. 38-35. Hightstown still leads. 3 minutes, 26 seconds left in the third quarter. Eliana, you can hear the crowd really getting into it right now.
Absolutely.
They know they have an opportunity to win this game, and Quentin Crossland now trying to inbound it and converts Almost looked like it went out of bounds there on the pass to Cameron Jones. Jones now over to Amos Whitfield. Amos Whitfield to Ramasamy. Left corner three is good! And just like that, it's a tie game. 3 minutes, 15 seconds left. 38-38. Hightstown and South. Now into Devin Decker, who's going to make a layup and missed the layup. Tried for it, couldn't convert. Here comes Quentin Crossland. Crossland, as he's dribbling past the half-court line, looks like he got fouled somewhere. And he is fouled, but the Pirates are going to retain the ball. So now another opportunity for the Pirates to regain that lead, Eliana.
Yes, the coach at Hightstown is getting a little bit intense as he's coaching his players on how to deal with this ball in.
Yeah, and that inbound is tipped, taken by Elisini, who lays it in, and just like that, it's going to be 40-38 in favor of the Rams. And now South still trying to find someone to inbound it. Eventually, they select Crossland. Crossland bounce pass over to Cameron Jones, who's being full court pressed. Long pass over to Crossland. Crossland has Caratone on the left side. 3-ball, good! Once again, South take the lead. Josiah Caratone with a 3-ball from that left corner. It's 41-40 now in favor of the Pirates. Here comes Chase Deutsch. Deutsch moving to his left, going up for the layup. It's blocked, but it's recovered by Hightstown. And now it's going to be Chase Deutsch on that right corner all the way over to Elisini at the top of the key. That was a long pass. Elisini trying to make a move, gets stopped, kicks it out. Duberglass, 3-ball, no good. But a rebound by Decker. He lays it up. He can't convert on the layup either. It's recovered by Crossland. But as Crossland's trying to go, he's getting full court pressed by Elisini, who slaps the ball out. But the ball ends up going right into the hands of Cameron Jones. Here comes Crossland. Crossland trying to make a move. Nice pass back to Caratone, whose 3-ball is way off. All tussle for the rebound, and now a foul called. Ball's going to go back the way of Hightstown. Caratone on a wide open 3, couldn't convert. Didn't even hit the rim, Eliana. The Pirates rely a lot on Caratone's 3-ball skills, but he couldn't convert there.
Yes, Ramasamy is put out as the ball comes in by the Rams right now.
Yeah, so is Jason Whitlock on the Rams' side. Ended up getting replaced by Mamone. So now we've got Decker and Mamone, two guys we haven't seen much of so far. Chase Deutsch has the ball, though, gives it back to Elisini. Elisini into the paint is Decker. Now back out to Mamone. Mamone over to Schlendlinger. Schlendlinger to Deutsch for the 3-ball on that right corner. Can't convert. Rebound, though, by Mamone. Mamone kicks it out to Elisini. Elisini's going to drive. He's going to lay it up. He's going to get blocked. But Schlendlinger now goes for the layup. Cannot convert, but there was a lot of contact there, and it's going to be a foul on the Pirates as the Rams are going to go back to the line for 2 shots and an opportunity here to regain the lead. 41-40 Pirates lead, 1:34 left to go in the period. Eliana, this is the opportunity that the Rams have to convert on these free throws as they have all day and continue, possibly even to retain the lead. However, as I say that, Schlendlinger looked like his first free throw wouldn't convert. Bounced a couple times on the rim, but it's good. Now it's a tie game with 1:34 left to go. Schlendlinger's second shot. This could be huge for Hightstown. And it's not because it's no good. Rebound, though, by Decker, and now the ball going out of bounds. At first it was called for South. It's going to end up being called for Hightstown, who's going to retain the ball. Both coaches are confused. There's a lot of commotion going on right now, but it is going to be inbounded by Yassine Elisini just before we know it. Tie game, 1:32 left here in this third quarter, Eliana.
Absolutely, Elisini is bringing it in.
As he kicks it out to Deutsch. Deutsch, long 3-ball is no good. Crossland, the rebound, there was contact as both men were in the air. There's going to be a foul called on Aiden Schlendlinger. So, West Windsor-Plainsboro High School South, our Pirates are going to get the ball back. Crossland's going to inbound it, and they're going to have to go the entire court to score here as we see Hightstown continue to put defense on the entire way of the court, the full court press. As now Amos Whitfield kicks it right back to Crossland, who gave it to him. Crossland gives it back to Amos Whitfield. Now there's an open Roshan Sento in the paint, who converts on the layup, 43-41. The Pirates lead, 1:12 left here to go. Here comes Mamone. Mamone makes a couple moves to his left, then to his right. Here's Schlendlinger. Schlendlinger back to Mamone on his right side, north the perimeter. There's Elisini at the logo. Deutsch on the left side. Here comes Mamone, left corner, spots up a shot. No good, though, from inside the paint. It's going to be rebounded once again by Crossland, who's got a ton of rebounds today. Here comes Cameron Jones. Jones dribbling up on his right side, just now past the half-court line. Jones trying to direct traffic, looking for somewhere. He's got Josiah Caratone on the left side. Caratone back to Jones. Jones bounce pass in. There's a foul called. Looks like the ball is going to stay with the Pirates. Yes, it is. Foul called on Devin Decker, and actually Quentin Crossland here is going to go to the line for 2. So We've had a lot of fouls so far, Eliana. That's an example of a non-shooting foul. It's going to be converted into a shooting foul simply because of the sheer number of fouls so far today. As Quentin Crossland makes his first, and the Pirates are in the bonus. 44-41, 40 seconds left here in the third. Crossland has an opportunity here to really pack it on, make it a two-possession game as there are a couple of substitutions. Here comes Duverglass, here comes Whitlock, off comes Decker, off comes Schenlinger. Roshan Senthil, Blake Amos Winfield, Cameron Jones, Josiah Caratone, and the free throw shooter Quentin Crossland in for the Pirates. Crossland's second shot is good. He is 7 for 8 from the line today. Those are good numbers there for Quentin Crossland. Big reason why South has a 45-41 lead. 30 seconds left. Here's Duverglass, kicks it out to Deutsch on the left side. Deutsch now has to make a long pass to Elisini at the top of the key. Elisini tries to dribble to his left, gets stopped. Out to Deutsch on the right side of the perimeter now. He tries to drive. He will lay it up. He will lay it in. Good move, Chase Deutsch, as he made a bit of a Euro step move there. And here comes Cameron Jones once again. 13 seconds left. 2-point lead for South. It's 45-43. South is going to have one more opportunity for the shot. Here comes Jones, and he makes the three. 2 seconds remaining. Elisini puts up a prayer. It's no good. 48-43. Here come the Pirates. We've got 1 quarter left of action off a huge three-pointer by Cameron Jones right before the period ended. Is going to give South a big advantage heading into that fourth quarter. You're listening to the home of all WWP Sports, 107.9 FM, WWPH in Princeton Junction.
Make sure your leftovers are safe as they're delicious. Put them in solid containers and get them into the fridge as soon as possible. Spoiled leftovers can make you very sick, or worse. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year, and roughly 3,000 will die. But you can keep your family safer by chilling food promptly. Learn more about this and other important info. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov. That's foodsafety.gov. A public service announcement brought to you by the USDA, HHS, and Ad Council, and 107.9 FM WWPH Princeton Junction.
Fourth quarter time here in the Pirates' den. 8 minutes to go. 5-point lead currently for the Pirates. So, this is going to be the opportunity now. Are the Pirates going to be able to hold on, make it a 3-game winning streak for them, 3-game losing streak for Hightstown, or are we going to see Hightstown get the lead back and recover that second place in the CVC? Elisini is going to be the one who takes it up for South and gets it into Whitlock. Whitlock now with the pass. It's deflected and it's retaken by South. Roshan Senthil gives it over to Cameron Jones, and that's how we're going to start off this quarter. Now Josiah Caratone over to Senthil. Senthil back to Caratone towards the top of the key. Now over to Cameron Jones. Cameron Jones on the right side loses the ball. It gets on the ground. Elisini with the steal. He's going to lay it up himself. He's going to get fouled on the way up. No, he's not. Yes, he is. Sorry. The foul. He's going to get fouled on the way up. He's going to go to the line for 2. So far, Hightstown has been very good from the line. They missed their first one. They've made every one since. And Elisini is going to get 2 shots here to once again make it a 1-possession game. So Elisini's first shot coming on is no good. Here's sideline reporter John Bridgeford with an update on the Pirates.
Hey, this is John Bridgeford from the Pirates sideline. And definitely I think one aspect of that has been really affecting the game so far is this South crowd, as I think they're rattling Hightstown a little, as they have just not been as productive as South has, and I definitely think it's giving the South team a boost. Back to you, Julian.
Thank you, John. South now has it in on their own zone. They're looking for another score, 48-43. 7 minutes, 15 seconds left in this last quarter. Here comes Crossland. Crossland tries to drive first on the left, switches to the right side of the paint, and lays it in. 50-43. West Windsor-Plainsboro High School South leads. 7 minutes left. Here's Elisini on the right side. Almost handed it off to Duverglass, decided to keep it himself. He's got Deutsch at the logo. Deutsch over to Duverglass on the right-hand corner. Now it's going to be Elisini. Right side three-pointer is no good off the front of the rim. Rebounded now by Cameron Jones. He's going to take it to his left. He's getting full court press by Elisini. We've been seeing a lot of that. Here comes Jones as he gets past the half-court line. Jones, as he tried to make a move, there's a whistle called on Elisini. Seemed like he was just a little bit too aggressive there. No more bonus because it's a new quarter, but South is going to retain possession of the ball. 6:42 to go, 50-43. South leads.
Absolutely, the air in this room is tense as as Josiah Caratone is bringing the ball back in.
Yeah, here comes Cameron Jones now, who got it. Here's Blake Amos Whitfield on the left side corner. He gives it back to Crossland at the top of the key as he made a couple moves across the perimeter. Crossland dribbling to his left, now to his right. Thought about making a step, thought about taking a three. Gives it over to Cameron Jones on the left side. Jones, though, back to Crossland. Crossland on the left side, looking for somewhere to go. He's all the way back towards the half-court line. He's going to try and make a move, can't do so. He's got Blake Amos Whitfield dribbling across the paint. Amos Whitfield tried to make a play. He got tipped by Elisini, who ended up keeping it inbounds and tipping it right back to Cameron Jones, who hits a long two-pointer, had his foot on the line. 52-43 now, just under 6 minutes to go here in this game. It's going to be a right side corner three-pointer for Duverglass, who answers right back. 52-46 now, as Duverglass has his first three-pointer of the game. Tried to be inbounded from Crossland over to Cameron Jones. The ball ended up going out of bounds. So Hightstown's going to once again get it back in their own offensive zone. Real opportunity here for Hightstown to get back in this game. Duverglass inbounds it all the way to Mamone, who's all the way back towards that half-court line. Mamone has it, passed it to Elisini, now passes it back to Mamone. Mamone over to Duverglass on the right side. Duverglass right side three is blocked by Roshan Senthil. I think it went out of bounds. Yeah, it did go out of bounds on South. It's going to stay with Hightstown, so still an opportunity there. Duverglass had a wide-open three, and Senthil came out of nowhere to make that block. And now it's inbounded by Hightstown. Hightstown has it. Elisini has it. Duverglass is going to try that right side three again. This time it's just too far, but right there is Chase Deutsch for the putback. 52-48. 5 minutes left. Apologies. Here in this fourth quarter. Here comes Cameron Jones. Jones makes a spin move over to Curatone. Left side puts up a three. No good. Tussle for the rebound. It ends up going out of bounds off of the hands of Roshan Senthil. Hightstown's going to take it the other way. 4-point lead for the Pirates. 5 minutes, 2 seconds remaining as here comes Elisini for the Rams. Elisini kicks it to Deutsch, right side. Deutsch now back to Elisini. Elisini, nice little triangle play there as Deutsch's three from that right corner is no good, but he makes his own rebound. And then he kicks it in, and now it's back out to Elisini. Now Mamone. Mamone looking for somewhere to go. Ends up giving it to Deutsch. Deutsch tried to throw it into Elisini. The pass was not there. Crossland makes the recovery, but then, so it almost went back to the Rams, ends up being recovered once again by the Pirates. Here comes Crossland. Crossland lays it up, lays it in. 4 minutes, 29 seconds left as the Pirates take a 54-48 lead. Your local high school radio station is now available worldwide and on demand. Download 107.9 FM podcast from iTunes or from Libsyn.com. It's just another way for you to experience the Great 108 WWPH Princeton Junction. Hopefully you're enjoying the experience here on the Great 108 tonight as West Windsor-Plainsboro High School South looks to improve their record back to 500. We've got just over 4.5 minutes left in the game. 6-point lead now for the Pirates.
Absolutely. They are having an impressive fourth quarter. Most quarters they tend to have to recover in the second half of that quarter, but so far they're doing really good, leading 54-48, like we said, with less than 4 minutes and 30 seconds left. There's a lot that we're going to be seeing, most likely having our starters back in the game just to make sure it's secure.
Yeah, absolutely. This is crunch time. Just over half of the period left in the ultimate period. It's going to be inbounded by Deutsch, looking over to Elisini now, and it seems like those two are going to take it back up for Hightstown when play resumes, which it's about to. So now Hightstown looking to answer. Only down 6. They're a 3-point shooting team. They could do this, but they're going to have to do it quickly. 4 minutes, 25 seconds left. Elisini kicks it over to Deutsch. Deutsch now over to Mamone. Mamone back up to Deutsch. Deutsch now to Elisini. Elisini to Duverglass on the right corner. Now back over to Elisini again. Right side near the perimeter. Deutsch is at the top of the key. He's looking for somewhere to pass it to. He ends up trying a bounce pass into Whitlock that gets fumbled, and it's Crossland and Jones, those two backcourt guys who've been making a lot of big plays for South tonight, coming through it again. Here comes Jones, dribbling up the right side, tries to make a move, ends up losing the ball, but it seems like, yes, it was tipped by Yassine Elisini, so it's going to stay with the Pirates. Just under 4 minutes left, 3 minutes, 58 seconds to be exact, 54-48. The Pirates lead. If you missed it, the Pirates came out a little bit weak in both the second and third quarters, but they finished the third quarter incredibly strong, just as they did the first and the second, and now they've started strong here in the fourth. They have a 6-point lead. Crossland looks to be the one who's going to inbound it when play resumes. He gets Amos Whitfield on that left side. Amos Whitfield now back over to Crossland. Crossland's trying to make a move. He's double teamed. He kicks it out to Jones. Jones now to Amos Whitfield. Amos Whitfield at the top of the key, gives it back over to Crossland. Crossland dribbles back a couple times, now dribbles to his right. He's gonna drive, he's gonna go up, he's gonna go in! Good shot, Quentin Crossland. 56-48. 3 minutes, 38 seconds left here, as here comes Elisini again. Been a while since the Rams have scored. There's a three-point attempt by Deutsch. No good, but a foul on the shot. So they're gonna go to the line for 3 shots now. They have only missed 1 shot today. They've made their last 9 free throws in a row. So, with 3 now here for them, Eliana, this is a big opportunity for Hightstown. If they want to regain any sense of momentum, it's going to be now.
Absolutely, with a score so close, yet a difference of only 8 points. A lot of stands build up the momentum, and the shot goes in.
Yeah, and we heard that report from John about how the crowd might be rattling these guys on the Rams. It was a big reason why South made their run, and you can still hear the fans as the second shot is missed. So far 1 for 2. Now the third shot. It's 56-49 now. Just over 3.5 minutes left in the game. Third one does connect. So it's 56-50. Blake Amos Whitfield over to Quentin Crossland. Both of them are still in the backcourt. They've got a while to go and not much time to do it. Crossland makes a spin move on Elisini, who was full court pressing. Kicks it over to Amos Whitfield. Left side, 3, no good. Rebound Elisini. Elisini dribbles it up across the half-court line. Elisini kicks it to Duverglass. Duverglass right side 3 is good. And now it's a one-possession game again. Still over 3 minutes to go here in the game. 56-53. The Pirates lead. There's a little bit of controversy there, and it's going to be given to the Pirates, the ball is. Seemed like it went out of bounds off of Elisini. And Eliana, like I said, we've seen a lot of that full-court pressing, constantly pushing on defense from the Rams to the Pirates. In this case, it doesn't work out. And now Crossland's going to give it to Amos Whitfield. Amos Whitfield gets stolen from behind on Elisini. He tried to tip it back off of Amos Whitfield out of bounds, but their refs are going to give the ball back to the Rams. Under 3 minutes to go. 2 minutes, 57 seconds left. As now an inbound from Crossland to Amos Whitfield, who gives it right back, and there's a big collision in the middle of the court, and the ref had a little bit of fun declaring that was going to be South's ball. Or Hightstown's ball, I apologize. Hightstown is going to get it back. They're 3 away from tying up this game. There was a huge collision as Quentin Crossland dribbled into Aiden Schlenlinger. The ref called it a travel, and here comes Yassine Elisini. The clock is ticking down, but the Rams are active. 56-53. Duverglass on that right corner gives it back to Elisini at the top of the key. Elisini looking around, dribbles to his left, then dribbles to his right. Still looking, gets a pick from Schlenlinger, goes to his right, kicks it to Duverglass. Corner 3 is no good. Rebound, yes, by South. Long pass to Amos Whitfield, who's going to have an open layup on the other side. And just like that, once again, it's a 5-point game, and most importantly, a 2-possession game. 2 minutes, 23 seconds left. Here comes Schlenlinger, back over to Elisini. Elisini makes a pass over to Duverglass in that right corner. Duverglass into Whitlock. Whitlock back out to Duverglass. He takes the 3. It's no good. Elisini now top of the key. 3 ball is once again no good. Another tussle for the rebound. Whitlock almost had it. He does have it. Kicks it once again to Elisini. Elisini kicks it out to Schlenlinger for 3. His is no good as well. And Hightstown missing all of their 3s. There's a whistle now. The ball's going to go the way of the Pirates. 5-point game. Under 2 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Eliana, that's what we were talking about. Hightstown's lost a lot recently because they haven't connected on their 3s. They just missed 3 in a row, and that same trend is once again coming right back.
Yes, and you can see people in the stands dancing for South. Hoping.
A nice pass in the Crossland off the inbound from Amos Whitfield, and it connects. It's a 7-point game again with under 2 minutes left. Schlenlinger pass to the corner. Here comes Whitlock, who's in the paint. He's going to lay it up and lay it in, so a quick answer from Hightstown and a timeout called by the Rams as well. 1:44 left to go here in the quarter. You're listening to the home of all WWP sports, 107.9 FM, WWPH, Princeton Junction.
7,000 high school students drop out every day. That's 1 in every 26 seconds. Do you have 26 seconds to convince a student to stay at their desk? Now you can share your message of support. Visit boosta.org and take the first step. Brought to you by U.S. Army and the Ad Council. And 107.9 FM WWPH, Princeton Junction.
Get your fake news elsewhere. Get your real news from your local high school radio station. 107.9 FM WWPH, Princeton Junction. The great 108. The timeout is almost over, called by Rams head coach Don DeLeo. But the ball is going to be inbounded now by the Pirates. So the Pirates have an opportunity here to once again extend their lead. If you missed it, it's 60-55 right now. The Pirates have been really good in this fourth quarter. Only a minute 42 left. Here comes Curatone. Curatone over to Senthil on the left corner. Senthil back over to Amos Whitfield. Now Curatone being triple teamed at the logo. He gets it over to Crossland, who tries to dribble a couple times, dribbles around left and right, ends up colliding with Elisini, who gets a foul call on him, and the ball is going to stay with the Pirates. Quentin Crossland, it worked out for him because he had the foul was drawn, but he did have Cameron Jones open behind the line there, Eliana. That could have been an opportunity for South to really extend their lead if they could have made that shot. But South still has the ball. They still have the opportunity. It's going to be Jones himself who's going to inbound it. He looks like he's going to do so to Senthil on the left side of the paint. Lays it up. Can't convert the layup, though. It's rebounded by Duverglass. There's tons of pressure. And there's a foul called on Senthil now. So the Rams are going to inbound it from the same place they would have, but now with a foul to Roshan Senthil's name as well. Looks like it's going to be Duverglass to Elisini now. A minute 25 left on the clock as Elisini just checked. He knows it's crunch time. He's motioning over to Mamone. He gives it to Mamone. Mamone right back to Elisini. Elisini on the left side of the arc. Duverglass, left corner three is no good off the front of the rim and rebounded by Curatone. Minute 11 left. The ball gets loose, but Curatone still has it. Curatone kicks it out to Senthil, who wasn't ready for the pass. The ref gets in the way as he kind of trails the ball out as well. But it's going to be recovered by Hightstown. There's now a minute and 5 seconds left. 55-60. The Rams, though, trying to come back, and they do so with the three from Mamone. Caden Mamone. What a shot from the right side corner. It's a 2-point game with just under a minute left. And that turnover, Eliana. Senthil wasn't ready for the ball. He was wide open in that corner. That could be crucial. It's now a one-possession game.
Absolutely. South has been doing really good in the second half of their quarters. However, right now there is somewhat question as to what might happen because they are 58-60, but the shot was just made, and so they are now not in the lead anymore. It's very interesting depending on how South might take this and if they're able to get possession back or what shots they might be able to make in the next 58 seconds.
And as we narrow down in that last minute, it is worth noting that South has 4 fouls. Currently, Hightstown has 3. So South is closer to that bonus, closer to fouling more and giving the Rams that bonus, which would send them to the free throw line, than the Pirates are at the moment. So if the Rams can end up getting to the free throw line, if they can draw just a couple more fouls, that might be huge for them. And it's going to be, it looks like it's going to be South ball, Quentin Crossland, on their opposite side of the court. So Crossland and the Pirates are going to have to go full court if they want to once again make it a 2-possession game. Crossland looking for someone. Who's he going to get it to? He doesn't know yet. Still hasn't released it. Now finally does to Cameron Jones. Jones over to Amos Whitfield. Amos Whitfield makes a cut over to Curatone. Curatone thought about taking an open shot, decided not to. Instead gives it to Cameron Jones. Bounce pass over to Quentin Crossland, who makes the layup and draws the foul. 62-58. He has an opportunity to make it a 5-point game. 46.5 seconds left. That was huge for South. And Eliana, that's when those fouls really start to come into play that Hightstown's so prone to.
Absolutely. Curatone has been doing really good on his foul shots so far this year. And so has Crossland.
Yeah, it's Crossland who's going to the line. He has been money from the line today. Only has missed 1. So he has an opportunity now to go even more. But before we get there, it seems like another timeout has going to be called. Student personalities, local sports and news, High Road Radio, and the same old dedication to the West Windsor-Plainsboro community. It's your local high school radio station, 107.9 FM, WWPH in Princeton Junction. Stay tuned because we hope to be doing many more games like this as this one winds down. Also stay tuned for the post-game show. Eliana and I, as well as Daniyal and John, who you heard in the halftime show, are going to be breaking out, are going to be coming back and breaking down that post-game. So, there's a lot to look forward to in just this last 46, 47, if you round up seconds here in this game. It's currently a 4-point lead for the Pirates. They could make it 5 here if Quentin Crossland can convert. Everybody in South except for Crossland has to stay behind that half-court line. So it's going to be 4 Rams. If this shot misses, 4 Rams, you're going to be able to grab that rebound instead of Crossland. But that's a battle. That's hypothetical until Crossland makes or misses this shot. It's up, and it's good. 5-point lead now for West Windsor-Plainsboro High School South. Here comes Elisini. Elisini over to Mamone. Mamone just got past the free throw, the half-court line. Over to the logo now is Duverglass. Duverglass makes a cut, shoots a 3 from the top of the key and airballs, and it's going to go to South with only 34 seconds left The Pirates have a 2-possession lead. They could even make it a 3-possession lead here. They could also just run out the clock, not the whole way, but pretty far. So, this is a big opportunity for South here. They could lock down the win in this very possession, Eliana. This is what it's all come down to. 34 seconds left. Crosslane inbounds it to Jones on the left side. Jones running the whole way. Over to Sentil. Sentil's open for the layup. He gets fouled on the way up. And Sentil's going to get to take 2 shots. If he can convert like the Pirates have all year, this is what we said to look out for heading into this game. This would all but give South the win. 28.6 seconds left. Currently a 5-point lead for South. They have the opportunity to stretch it to 7 here as Roshan Sentil gets ready to take these 2 shots. He's got Elisini on the right side of that 3-point line. That free throw line, I'm sorry. As he misses the first one, he's got Aiden Schenlinger on the left side. They're there ready to make the rebound, except Schenlinger now going to get subbed out for Devin Decker. And Caden Mamone is going to be lining up next to Decker. So we've got 3 Rams here ready to kick the rebound if this second shot from Sentil misses, which it does not. It's another free throw made. It's 64-58. South leads. It's crunch time for the Rams. Elisini drives up all the way. The shot is no good. The Pirates hit the net, and a whistle was blown. It's going to be a foul now on South. So Hightstown, specifically Yassine Elisini, their star player, tied for the lead in points this year, is going to have the opportunity to hit 2. If he does so, it will once again be a 4-point game. 23.5 seconds remaining in this final quarter.
Yes, with that being so close, it is interesting that their main player, again, Elisini, will be taking that foul shot. They are, again, so close in this last quarter. So that could be a big game changer in the last 23 seconds.
And both teams have the bonus, which means all fouls are now free throws. Speaking of free throws, Elisini just missed his first. So now even if he connects, it's still a 5-point game with only 23 seconds left. Eliana, you'd have to be crazy to think this isn't good for South, but you'd also have to be crazy to think that stranger things haven't happened. Elisini misses the second. It's still a 6-point game, and now comes the time when Hightstown's going to be fouling a lot, trying to stop that clock, send the Pirates to the line. But before they can even do that, there was actually a foul called on South. It was Roshan Sentil who gets called for at least his second foul. I think it's his third. And Devin Decker is going to be the one who takes the free throws. Just under 22 seconds left. Decker's first one is good. And now it's a 5-point game. So as soon as we thought that the Rams might have lost their opportunity there when Elisini didn't convert those free throws, now Decker makes his first. If he can make this second one now, which he does, it's a 4-point game with 22 seconds left. Both teams are still in it. Yeah. And it looks like, is there a timeout about to be called? No, but there are substitutions being made. The ball is going to go to Coconut Ramasamy. He's going to be the one who inbounds it. We haven't seen him in a while, but he was money earlier in the game. We don't know if he'll have the opportunity to. They won't, because South is now getting fouled, as we talked about. The Rams are continuing to foul, trying to stop the clock, send the Pirates to the line in the hopes that they can't make those shots, and then go back the other way. So it's a 4-point game, 21 seconds left. It's going to be Cameron Jones who goes to the line to take these next 2 free throws.
Yes, Cameron Jones is another player who has done very good on his 3 free throws in recent games. So it'll be interesting to see what we can get out of him in the last 21 seconds here.
Yeah, it's going to be Devin Decker, Caden Mamone, and Yassine Elisini all around Cameron Jones as he dribbles 3 times, dribbles a 4th, a 5th, now goes up, takes his first shot, and converts it. That's big. That's very big for the Pirates. It's now a 5-point game. If Jones can convert this one, that means that Hightstown probably needs 2 threes in order to keep the game going, and that's without South scoring or running out the clock. So things look good for the Pirates here. It would look even better if Jones makes his second shot, which he does not. It rolls off the left side of the rim. Here comes Elisini. Elisini going to try and drive the whole way. Got to get it, though, to Duverglass. Duverglass spots up a 3 from the right side and air balls. And with 12 seconds left, South is going to get the ball. And they just might have this one locked up. Once again, look for Hightstown. It's a foul. Only 12 seconds left. If they want any shot, they're going to have to send South to the line, and South's going to have to miss those free throws. Foul called on Elisini as they do just that. Here comes, once again, the guy who just went 1 for 2 from the line, Cameron Jones, with 11 seconds left to try and ice this game for South.
Yes, with his 1 out of 2, we do. It might be confident that he will get at least one of these next free throws, making the game an even bigger difference with a 6-point difference between 60 and the current 65.
As Jones' shot is up and no good. So still a 5-point game, 11 seconds left. There's some commotion now in the backcourt. There's also some commotion among the fans who have been very, very good for South this game. They've been huge. That's what's caused the Rams to miss a lot of free throws, and those could be crucial as we only have 11 seconds left and South has a 5-point lead. Jones dribbles a couple times, bends his knees, goes up for the free throw, and converts. That's big. Like we said, 6-point game is huge. 11 seconds left. Another timeout is called. You're listening to the home of all WWP Sports, 107.9 FM, WWPH in Princeton Junction.
Hands can do incredible things, but nothing compares to them but using them to help save a life. An adult suddenly collapses, call 911. Then push hard fast in the center of the chest until the help arrive. Learn about hand only at handsonlycpr.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the American Heart Association and Ad Council. And 107.9 FM, WWPH, only in Princeton Junction.
Now we're going to give it to our Pirates sideline reporter, John Bridgeford, who has another update for us.
Hey, it's John with Pirates Sideline, and a little earlier in the fourth quarter, it's like number 12 Kierton actually got a little roughed up on a play, and hopefully he's doing he seems to be being back on the bench, and back to you, Julian.
Thank you, John. Curatone's been big for the Pirates, so hopefully this injury, if there is any injury, doesn't take him too long, but that might explain why we haven't seen too much of Curatone here in the second half. Here comes Elisini, 9 seconds left. Gets it over, back to Elisini, and the ball goes out of bounds. Pressure on the pass. South has the ball with 4.2 seconds left and a 6-point lead, and this game is all but over. A great game for the Pirates. Things still need to finish up. It ain't over till that bell rings. But as Ramasamy inbounds the ball with 1 second left, Hightstown isn't going to foul. The game is over. The Pirates take a huge win over the Rams, 66-60, and that is one heck of a win for the Pirates, who started slow in about every quarter, Eliana, but came up. They knew what they had to do. They knew they had to start hot in that final quarter if they wanted a shot, and they did just that. Hightstown was never able to recover as the two teams love to show sportsmanship, shake hands in the middle of the court.
Absolutely, just like their season, they are coming back. Started off shaky like we said before, but this is now their fourth win in a row. We have a lot to look forward from them this year, with this being one of their better seasons in past years. Some major players we saw today included junior guard Josiah Cureton and senior Quintus Crossland, who's a forward.
Yeah, Crossland and Cameron Jones. They love that backcourt pairing together, and we can see why. It was a great game for the Pirates today. They were able to get to the line a lot in that second half, and they were able to convert on those free throws. That might have been the difference, Eliana. A really, really great game for the Pirates today. They improved to 5-5 on the year. They're now 3-1 in conference play, which is incredibly important as we take a look at the CVC. Princeton still in first. South now moves up to second. They were second before the game, but now it's finalized because if the Rams were to win today, they would have been second. So South now second at the moment in the CVC. The Rams are third. You're listening to the home of WWP Sports, 107.9 FM, WWPH, Princeton Junction.
Saving money today is like a gift of giving to your future self. A little money from each paycheck can go a long way, and you'll need those savings to net aside to do cool stuff in the future. Yeah, it's hard, but you know what? It's the right thing to do. Take control of your finances and make savings a part of your life daily. Put away a few bucks. Feel like $1 million. For free ways to go to feedpig.org or listen to Feed the Pig on Facebook. This message is brought to you by American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and Ad Council and WWPH in Princeton Junction.
And that was a great win for South, if you ask me. 66-60 final score, and South was able to turn it around very clearly in the second half.
Absolutely, the air was absolutely eccentric. There was so much tension between two teams. We kept on going back-to-back in timeouts, discussions. A lot of fouls, I gotta say. A lot of fouls.
A lot of fouls, yeah. I agree. Near the end, South were able to do what they do best, get to the line and hit the free throws. So that definitely had a major part in their win.
Right, they really got up in there. They got up to the layups, the free throws. We even saw some really good three-pointers, and I want to talk about, I think, one of the star players tonight, Cameron Jones. All right,
yes.
number 3
yes.
on South team. He was doing really good in the beginning, first two quarters, with all those layups, all the three-pointers and normal shots, the passing around. But he really stepped up in the second half with all those foul throws and all those all those layups. He really scored points for the team, and that's how we got this win today.
Yeah, definitely. Especially since South was just playing great team basketball. I mean, they were able to hand the ball around, find the open man, make the shot, and really just were able to get the ball to each other, which was pretty important to their win.
Right, I definitely think team coordination definitely improved throughout. We did have a little bit switches, some people off the bench, some people on, and that worked out in their favor. That was a good call on the coaches. That was a good call on the players. And I just gotta say, it was absolutely, awesome. It was going back and forth. The crowds especially. The crowds both for the Rams, for the Pirates, you could hear them banging their seats, screaming out for anyone to mess up their free throw on the opposite team. It was absolutely crazy, but I think we definitely pulled through.
Yeah, the crowd definitely played a major part in this, as I don't think it would be as high scoring or even close if the crowd didn't have an aspect. Because I think, especially for South, they were able to boost up the energy and really just hold Hightstown at bay. And with this win, Knights improved to 5-5 and remained second in the conference.
Right, like we said before, South is number 2 on there, but Hightstown was not far behind, and they were doing better in some aspects. Like we said before, they were neck and neck, and this game was to dictate who would take that spot, who would excel further, and who was going to do better this time. And it came out on South. It was a really great lead. It was absolutely awesome.
Yeah, especially since throughout the game, I definitely think the plan for South was just be on defense and just be ready to cover your man, and definitely to try to prevent that known offense for Hightstown, which is just going hard on defense, getting the ball with a steal or a block, and just returning it down the field.
Absolutely.
Or the court. So.
They definitely got down the offense for Hightstown, and you saw there was a lot of interceptions by South. There was a lot of blocking. They did take quite a few fouls. I think 4 or 5 fouls we had for South, and 3 or 4 for Hightstown. However, near the end of the fourth quarter, we saw a lot of fouls being made by Hightstown. You could see them getting restless through it. And ultimately, it worked out in South's favor.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm not sure if going for the foul is the right play there, considering South is pretty automatic from the line. I do get that it stops the clock, giving you more time. However, I honestly would just take my chances, considering how good South is from the line.
It's definitely a dire situation type of move, and we saw it. We saw it was pretty prominent today in tonight's game. So, I think it's a risky move, and it shouldn't be made often. But it worked out in South's favor tonight.
Yeah.
And not in Hightstown's. So, when you take that risk, you get what you get.
Yeah, definitely. And just overall, very good team win for South. And I think this is their 3rd win in a row. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how they choose to end out their season or just continue it.
Right. They will be moving forward. Let's see how they do and how they play next on the future games. I'm absolutely pretty impressed and proud with the team, and I can't wait to see what the future holds with them.
For sure.
The team is absolutely pulling through, definitely doing well.
Yeah, definitely. And just one more thing. Number 12 for South, Cureton, actually went out, I'm not sure if you saw it, near the end of the fourth quarter with a minute left with what seemed to be ankle injuries of some sort. Thankfully, though, it does seem like he was able to walk, and he was just resting on the bench. So that's definitely good that they avoided some sort of injury.
Right, you got to appreciate South able to recover fast, analyze problems, and fix it fast, come up with solutions, and get back out there on the court.
Yep. But, it's definitely, honestly, though, if I'm Hightstown, it is disappointing to take a loss. However, I think they definitely played well. It was close throughout the entire game, with there being a ton of lead switches. And, they played South well. It just wasn't enough.
By no means is Hightstown a bad team. They definitely played well today, and it was a good game.
For sure.
With that, we'll be back soon on the Great 108. You listen to the home of all WWP Sports, 107.9 FM, WWPH in Princeton Junction.
At highway speeds, the average text takes your eyes off the road for about 5 seconds. That's enough time to travel the length of the football field. And Stop Text and StopWrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and Ad Council. And 107.9 FM, WWPH Princeton Junction.
Eliana and I are back. We know you thought you saw the end of us. Alas, you did not. Thank you, John and Daniyal, for a great post-game breakdown. Eliana and I are just going to talk about a couple more things before we sign off for the night. So first of all, Eliana, as I said, South now moves to second place in the CVC standings. What we didn't know is during the game, Notre Dame actually won, and they were temporarily second in the CVC standings. So the fact that South was able to win tonight is even huger because besides Hightstown, whom they beat, there was another team also vying for that spot.
And that is also major because their next away game and their next game in general is against Notre Dame this Tuesday. It is sure to be a very interesting one, obviously very competitive since they both just won. In the past 5 years, Notre Dame has dominated against High School South. However, this can change because of how many South's wins there have been recently and because of Notre Dame's losses, this being one of their first games they've won, getting back after a couple of losses. We don't know what to expect, but the scores tend to end in a difference of just a few points between South and Notre Dame, so it'll be a very interesting one for sure.
Yeah, and this South team we've seen so far, Eliana, as we saw this year, they're different. They're good. They can contend with some of the best. They can fend off those full court presses that we knew that the Rams were going to bring, that the Pirates haven't necessarily seen before. And they handled it well. They did what they needed to do. I give a lot of credit to the guys in the backcourt, Crossland and Jones, 3 and 4. Those are the dynamic duo. They always hang out together in the backcourt until one of them crosses that half-court line. They're there for each other when that full-court press is there. They're there for each other when it's not there. The camaraderie between those two really shined through today, and that was one of the reasons why we saw the result that we did.
Absolutely. They are both also two that got up to the free throws a bunch of times during this game, getting a lot of them in for both of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Hightstown, meanwhile, Don DeLeo, they fall to 5 and 5, first time being 500 on the year. They fall also to 0 and 3 in the Colonial Valley Conference. So they got a lot of work to do in terms of interconference play. They did really well. They were doing really well leading up to the new year, and then once that turn of the new year occurred, they started to falter. And Hightstown has to get it back on track quickly. They're still here. They're still talking. They're trying to figure out where exactly they could have gone better because their next couple of games are going to be crucial as well.
Absolutely, and very different from South Season, who had a not-so-great season in 2023, but in 2024 they are coming back very strong with a lot of key players bringing in many points for them.
Yeah, their next game is going to be at Wildwood on Saturday. We've talked a little bit about how Hightstown struggles in away games. This was another one. 1 and 3 now in away games. They're going to Wildwood. That's pretty far, so they're definitely going to have the opposite of a home court advantage. We saw what the crowd could do to them today. Wildwood, from what we know, they bring a similar crowd. So Hightstown's got to figure out, A, how to tune those guys out, and B, what they can do to improve their home and away splits, and also what exactly went wrong today, what's been going wrong for them, if they want to move on, if they want to have success this year. I think one of the things that they need to take another look at is their game plan in general. Their game plan is designed for them to shoot a lot of threes. They had a 23% shooting from the three-point line last time. A measly 8% the time before that. We're still waiting on the official results to come out, but their percentage was once again low today. That might be one of the issues. And if Hightstown's going to keep taking those threes, they weren't exactly high contested threes either. Towards the end they were because they were being rushed, but they had good looks. They weren't able to convert. If these guys aren't the three-point shooters who they think they are, then Don DeLeo's got work to do. He's got to figure out what exactly he can do in order to change up the game plan, maybe get looks for more layups instead. That was something that was big for Hightstown last year as they ended up winning the Mercer County Invitational. If something like that, if DeLeo can make another change like that this year, we might see another uptick from Hightstown. But Eliana, let's go back to the Pirates. Another big win for them. Playing Notre Dame on Tuesday, you might even be able to hear us call that game. You're certainly going to be able to hear us call more throughout the rest of the year. So thanks everybody for listening. We hope you enjoyed this first one.
Absolutely.
We are off. So thanks everybody for listening to 107.9 FM WWPH Princeton Junction, the last station on your dial, but the first in your heart. You're listening to the home of all West Windsor-Plainsboro sports, 107.9 FM WWPH in Princeton Junction.